What's going on, you guys? So, after the news today surfaced that Errol the Truth Big Fish Spence Jr. was part of the deal with David Benavidez and Jamal Charlo, boxing fans are now questioning whether the fight with Spencer Crawford was ever going to happen at all. Hit that like button for your boy. Give me that HBO special. That's the Help a Brother Out special. We're on the road to 15,000 subscribers. As we know, this weekend, Canelo Alvarez has a fight with Dimitri Bivol. And this is the route that Canelo Alvarez chose versus going the route with the PBC, which was Jamal Charlo and David Benavidez. But now it comes out that Errol Spence Jr. was also an option at 164-pound catch weight. Canelo initially turned it down, right? But now boxing fans are wondering, as if PBC was willing to sacrifice in place of putting up the fight that people really wanted to see with Terence "Bud" Crawford. Let's be honest, folks. Errol Spence Jr. fighting Canelo Alvarez at a catch weight of 164 pounds. That's like 2.5 weight classes. Canelo Alvarez been above 168 pounds for quite some time now. It just wouldn't be too realistic at this point. Not to mention the actual fight itself. Errol Spence doesn't necessarily possess the style that give Canelo Alvarez problems. It'll be a tough fight for Errol Spence. However, I do believe that if a fight was to happen, Errol Spence will give it his all. He'll try to win that fight. But it'll be a tough fight for the big fish. But PBC was willing to sacrifice the big fish to the cash cow Canelo. This is what boxing fans are thinking now. Were they really going to make this fight with Terence Crawford? Remember, when Terence Crawford first initially left Top Rank, Tim Smith and all these guys was very dismissive of Crawford, claiming that he'll want too much money, things of that nature, right? Steven Espinoza came out more recently, and said similar things. And now they come out and we hear that they was willing to put Errol Spence Jr. as part of this deal with Canelo Alvarez. David Benavidez at 168 or Errol Spence Jr. at a catch weight at 164 pounds. Where does Terence Crawford fit in with all of this? If Errol Spence Jr., let's just say hypothetically, if he was to go out there and to fight Canelo Alvarez, well, does this leave Terence "Bud" Crawford? This is the fight that boxing fans been talking about. That's the fight that boxing fans been building up. That's the fight that fans want to see. It's actually more of a realistic fight for Errol Spence Jr. anyway, because he has more of a chance to win against Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. Right? Canelo Alvarez would be a tough guy to beat. Even if you was beating him, you still may lose the fight. Going into a fight with Canelo Alvarez, you must assume you down 3 rounds as soon as you step into that ring. But with Terence Crawford, things will be even, Steven. It'll be a straight up fair one. It's just strange that now this news comes out this week, the week of Canelo Bivol. Will Bivol pull off the upset this weekend? Good outside fighter versus a good mid-range, close-range fighter. Should be a good fight this weekend. But they was looking to put the big fish in there with Canelo Alvarez. They was looking to put the big fish in there with Canelo Alvarez. So that means Terence Crawford would have been essentially frozen out. That means if Canelo Alvarez was to accept that offer and take the Errol Spence route, if he was willing to go back down to 164 pounds, I doubt that's the case today. Terence Crawford would have been left out. He left that side of the street. He did this, did that, and then Errol Spence would have been locked in to this thing with Canelo Alvarez. Still would have been a big fight for boxing, but it's not the fight that fans been building up for the better part of 3 years. And it raises question as to, is that fight even going to happen now between Terence Kumite "Bud" Crawford and Errol the Truth Big Fish Spence Jr.? Is it going to happen now? Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.